What's up everybody, today we'll be doing an installation video on the DLah Designs Holosun 509T red dot mount for the Beretta 92 series of pistols. But before we get into everything, I'd like to mention that this video will be posted on X, just in case this video gets censored or taken down. If you'd like to check that out, my username will be in my bio. The first step is to drive the roll pin out, and this holds the firing pin block assembly, or if you know the correct term for this, leave it in the comments. But this block is actually shorter than the one that comes in the stock firearm, and this allows the plate to mount lower on the slide. As you are disassembling these parts, be very careful and do not lose the spring, as I almost did here. And then when you're inserting the spring, it is a little hard to get in, but as you go to insert the firing pin block, there is a slight dimple on the bottom, and that's where the spring will index in the pocket there. So once you get everything assembled, use your punch to slave the components there so they don't fall out, so you can easily drive the roll pin back in. I know it's difficult to see, but the firing pin block is actually recessed under the slide, and this allows for the lowest possible red dot mount. It is best practice to use a new roll pin instead of reusing the old one as I did. However, everything turned out just fine, but I would recommend, if you're already on DLah Designs buying a mounting plate, you might as well go ahead and buy the roll pin. After I finished assembling the firing pin block thing, I went ahead here and gave it a functionality test, and everything seemed to be working properly, so I went ahead to the next step. Let's go ahead and mount the plate to the top of the slide. The first step in this process would be to remove the hardware from the top of the slide. Before I installed the screw, I placed a small drop of blue thread locker on the threads to ensure that the screws will not loosen up. When tightening down this first screw, I was very careful not to tighten it too much so that when I install the second screw, I can apply even amounts of pressure on both sides so that the plate sits even on the slide. I could not find any torque specs for these screws, so I decided to tighten them down to about 25 foot-pounds, and I would not recommend going over that, but a little under that would probably be ideal. And then here we have another function test, because why the hell not? Here we come to the final step in mounting the plate to the slide, and here I am witness marking the screws so that if they loosen up, I can easily identify what the issue is. Although 'tis not shown, I did apply a small tab of blue thread locker to the Holosun 509T screw. And next you're going to line that pucker up and make sure she's nice and straight on there. Once you get the red dot pillar placed firmly between the two steel lugs, you can begin to tighten down that screw, which in essence tightens down the red dot to the mounting plate. I was able to find some torque specs for the 509T, and then as you can see here, I'm tightening it down to 25 foot-pounds, which is obviously a little bit over, but you know, it is what it is. We didn't strip anything, everything's okay, but I would definitely recommend following the 15-inch foot-pounds rule. And here we have final product. Here we have the plate that we just installed, the Holosun 509T/509 ACSS, and this is the original low mount. I did elect to have my plate Cerakoted in tan to match the Beretta M9A4, and this does cost a little bit extra, but the total came out to $155 without shipping or tax. DLah Designs also sells a Holosun 509T mid-mount. This does not require any modification to the stock firearm, but however it does mount the red dot a little bit higher on the slide, but in turn it is a little bit easier to install a red dot. I did go ahead and run 200 rounds through my Beretta, and everything was rock solid and did not loosen up, so the installation was a success. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you appreciated the content, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and commenting in the comment section. Additionally, please check out my bio for the link to my website. I do sell custom upper receiver groups, so go check that out. And then to wrap things up, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, peace out.